Hello. Today we're going to be looking at Venn diagrams and we're going to be looking to start with at set notation. Now this often comes up in exams, so you need to learn it. Okay, the first one we need to know is this squiggly E character, and that's the universal set, and it's all the numbers or values that I can choose from to put in my Venn diagram. It's represented by the rectangle that is round the circles when we draw the diagram, and it's always got this symbol to the side. So that just represents the universal set, everything I have to pick from. Next, if A and B are the two sets of numbers that I've got, then this symbol in the middle means intersection, which is an AND. So it's the intersection, the overlap between sets A and set B. And if I was drawing it in a diagram, there's set A, there's set B. The bit that actually intersects is the overlap here. Okay, so you can think of that as an N and intersection. The next one we need to learn is this symbol here that looks a bit like a U. Now U stands for union, which means or. So this is in A or B, the union of A and B, everything in A and B. So if I saw that in a diagram, everything in A and everything in B. So if I pick a number, it could be in set A or B or both. Now this little line here is basically a dash. A dash is the complement of A. Now complement means not in. So if I have not in A, there's A, everything that's not in A. Then I've got this one that looks like a C, and that just means A is a subset of B. So everything in A is also in set B, but not everything in B is in A. Okay, so in a diagram, it would look a bit like that. The last symbol, and I don't use it very often, is this one. It just looks like a zero with a line through it, and that's the empty set. It's just got nothing in it. Okay, so there are notations. They're the ones that we need to learn because they will come up. Now, if you're very lucky, you're going to get a shade question. Don't really expect to get you to get these, but we'll show you them anyway. So, A, unions with B. Unions, remember we said it's everything in A or B. So if I was colouring this diagram, it would be those regions that I would colour. This one says shade B, but subtract anything in A from it. So it is just this bit here. If I shaded B, on the other hand, it would include the middle bit because the middle bit is in B. A intersected is N and B, so it's the bit that's in both. A minus B, well, there's everything in A. Take away the bit in B, and you'd get that bit. And if I was just shading everything in A, I'd be shading that. Don't really expect you to get that type of question, but you just need to know how to do it. These are more the type of question that I would expect you to get. So, the first one says the universal set is the numbers 1 to 10. A is the set 2, 4, 6, 8. B is the set 3, 6, 9. Now it's often easier to actually draw the Venn diagram and put these in the correct places. So we always remember to put a rectangle around the outside. Two circles, I'm going to label them A and B. Anything that is in both A and B goes in the middle. Cross it off your list. The rest of A goes in here, so 4, 2, 4 and 8. In B, I've got 3 and 9. Now I need to remember to put the rest of the numbers that are in the universal set outside these two circles, but I have to include them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now this will help me answer the question. So I need to write down the numbers that are in A, intersected, and B. So that's this bit here. So that's just 6. A unioned with B, that's everything in A and everything in B. So that would be 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, and 9. Complement of A, everything that's not in A. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and 10. I've put these in numerical order, but it doesn't really matter what order you put them in. Everything that's not in B. So 1, 2, 3 is in B, 4, 5, 6 is in B, 7, 8, and 10. Now let's look at this one. Not in A. So everything in here intersected with not in B. So that would just be these numbers here. So 1, 5, 7, 10. Okay? Not in A, unioned with not in B. Well, that's everything that's here, not in A, plus these and not in B. Okay? So that is actually everything apart from 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Sometimes, if we look at question 2, they give us the diagram. And if we look at the numbers here, we can now work out the answers to these. So let's go through them. A intersected with B. So that's the bit that's and. So it's 21. This is A intersected with B, and then there's a complement just there. So we do the bit in the brackets first. So that's actually everything apart from 21. So let's look at the numbers. We've got 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, sorry. Yes. Have we got 18? 18, 19, and 20. So 21 is the bit that's between them. Everything else is the complement of that. A unioned with B is 12, 14, 15, 18, and 21. That's the bit that's in both or either of A and B. Not in A is everything apart from 14 and 21. They're both in A. So we've got 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Not in B. We've got those around the outside and that one in A. So we've got 10, 11, 12's there, 13, 14, 15's in there, so 16, 17, 18's there, 19, 20, and 21's in there. So this is in not in A, so that's all of these, and not in B, and it's the intersection of not in A and not in B. So it's actually these numbers around the outside. So 10, 11, 13, 16, 17, 19, and 20. Okay, are you clear on how I've worked those out? Okay, this is a GCSE question from a recent paper, and it was laid out like this. So I've got 3 sets, X, Y, and Z. X and Y overlap here. Z's on its own, and there's nothing that isn't in either one of those sets. So it just says list the members of, so I just need to list them, of X. So that's 1, 3, 5, and 15. Then it says, give me X intersected with Y, and that is just 3. And then it says, give me X unioned with Z. Now, I know they're not overlapped, but this means in one or both or the other. So that's actually 1, 3, 5, 15, 9, and 21. Okay, so that's how I would go about answering that question. So you can now have a go at the set notation questions. Thank you.